stage. And
本日、私から対米投資額を1兆ドルという、いまだかつてない規模まで引き上げたいと、そのために共に取り組みたいということをお伝えをいたしました。利益のある形で日本への LNG 輸出増加も含め、相互に利益のある形で日本への LNG 輸出増加も含め、両国間でエネルギー安全保障の強化に向けて協力していくことも確認をいたしました。拉致問題の即時解決に向けた大統領の力強い指示を改めていただき、トランプ大統領とは初めてお目にかかりました。こうやって対面でお話をするのは初めてでしたが、今まで何年もほとんど毎日テレビで見ておりましたので、テレビで見る人をこうやって間近に見ることの感動というのはまた格別なものがございます。テレビで見ると声高でかなり個性強烈で恐ろしい方だという印象がなかったわけではありませんが、実際にお目にかかると本当に誠実な、そして力強い、そして強い意志を持たれた合衆国と、そして世界に対する強い使命感を持たれた方だということを、お政治全く抜きでそのように感じたところでございます。
Japan, and they can always be right up in the front of the line. Yeah, go ahead, please.
関税の問題につきましても、お互いにそれが互いの利益となるような形で、それは設定されるべきものであります。日本国は日本国として、今、大統領閣下から紹介がありましたように、かつてない規模の投資を合衆国に行い、そして多くの雇用を創出するということで、1兆ドルというものを視野に、これから先、さらに拡大をさせていきます。それはアメリカの利益であると同時に、日本国の利益にもなると、そういうことでなければなりません。投資というのはそういうものでございます。ですから、US チールにいたしましても、今、大統領から言及がありましたように、買収ではない投資なのだと、そのことによって、さらに日本の技術も加えて、良い製品を作り出し、そしてそれが日本、アメリカ、そして世界に貢献できるUS チールの製品が生み出されていることに、日本も投資を行うということで、どちらかが利益を得るというような一方的な関係にならない、そういうことを大統領との間で強く認識を共有したところであります。それが本日の大きな成果であったというふうに私は考えておるところでございます。
Prime Minister, the President's affinity for tariffs is well known. If the U.S. places tariffs on Japanese imports, would Japan retaliate?
家庭のご質問にはお答えをいたしかねますというのが日本の大体定番の国会答弁でございます。
Thank you very much. Japan is committed to double its defense spending by 2027 compared to my first term. They've invested a lot of money, $300 billion in goods and services each year. And I'm pleased to say that this week my administration approved nearly $1 billion in foreign military sales to Tokyo. The United States is totally committed to the security of Japan. We will extend the full strength of American deterrence capabilities in defense of our friend and ally. Very, very long and hard, and those numbers are very reflective. Today, our teams discussed how our two nations can do even more to stay on the cutting edge of artificial intelligence, along with the quantum computing, semiconductors, and other critical technologies, security, and I also say peace through strength.
Are you planning to fire the FBI agents who worked on those investigations?
No, but I'll fire some of them because some of them were corrupt. I have no doubt about that. I got to know a lot about that business, that world. I got to know a lot about that world, and we had some corrupt agents, and those people are gone, or they will be gone, and it'll be done quickly and very surgically.
I also thank you for your very warm hospitality.
We will have relations with North Korea and with Kim Jong-un. I got along with him very well, as you know. I think I stopped the war. I think if I wouldn't have won that particular election, you would have ended up in a very bad situation. But I did, and we had a good relationship, and I think it's a very big asset for everybody that I do get along with him. I get along with him, he gets along with me, and that's a good thing, not a bad thing. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. And as America welcomes new foreign investment, we also want to ensure that companies build their products and factories here in America, not simply buy the assets that we have. And Japan is going to be opening up auto plants. New auto plants are being built currently as we speak. They've just been started. Toyota is one, and Nissan's going to be doing something very exciting about U.S. Steel. They'll be looking at an investment rather than a purchase. We didn't like the idea. U.S. Steel is a very important company to us. It was the greatest company in the world for 15 years, many years ago, 80 years ago. And we didn't want to see that leave. And it wouldn't actually leave, but the concept, psychologically not good. So they've agreed to invest heavily in U.S. Steel as opposed to own it. And that sounds very exciting. And we're going to meet with Nissan next week, the head of Nissan, very great company, and they'll work out the details. I'll help. I'll be there to mediate and arbitrate.
Is this a restructuring of the deal that's happening, and then will you approve?
They're doing it as an investment, no longer a purchase.
Okay.
I didn't want it purchased, but investment I love. And they're going to do a big investment, subject to getting the deal done.
And that's
they'll be doing
you
a
would
big.
approve, where the US
I'm okay with that, sure.
Countries in synergy and to realize peace and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific.
Prime Minister Ishiba and I spoke long and hard about a vital economic relationship between our two countries and the continuance of that relationship. The United States and Japan trade over $300 billion in goods and services each year. Japan has invested nearly $800 billion, and that's going to go up very, very substantially in the coming months, more than any other country. And they're going to have some competition. We have a lot of people coming in and investing in the United States. I'm also pleased to announce that Japan will soon begin importing historic new shipments of clean American liquefied natural gas in record numbers. It'll be record numbers.
The United States and Japan will make further efforts in a
We're talking about the pipeline in Alaska, which is the closest point of major oil and gas to Japan by far, less than half the distance of any other location. We're talking about a joint venture of some type between Japan and us, having to do with Alaska oil and gas, and that's very exciting. They're very excited about it, so are we. We're going to get rid of the trade. We have a trade deficit with Japan of over $100 billion, but we're going to work that out, and I think very quickly, frankly. We can do it just on oil and gas. We can work it out, so we intend to do it very quickly. We both understand that. I figure 35 to 38 states will be right at the top, and the rest will... Do you have a question for the Prime Minister?
I do. Mr. Prime Minister, the President's affinity for tariffs is well known. If the U.S. places tariffs on Japanese imports, would Japan retaliate?
輸入品に関税をかけたらば日本は報復しますか
仮定のご質問にはお答えをいたしかねます。
I am unable to respond to a theoretical question. That's the official answer that we have.
That's a very good answer. Very good answer. Wow. That's very good. He knows what he's doing. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.